This Killswitch figure might be the coolest AEW figure ever. What's up, JW here? Today we have the review of the new AEW Target exclusive pay-per-view limited edition line. This is the all-out version of Killswitch. This is number 7 in this series, so this is the 7th, which I find insane. I feel like they just started doing the pay-per-view limited edition Target exclusive line, so that's absolutely insane that they're already on number 7. But we have for the packaging, it's their newer AEW Unrivaled packaging, which isn't much different, but we have like the giant AEW logo up here. We got the red chrome around the top, the only Target logo, obviously the picture of Killswitch himself, all out, the figure, the pay-per-view edition, a limited edition sticker, kind of like the Chase sticker. Then it has Killswitch there in red. And you turn to the side, you have to see the man himself, AEW, Killswitch number 7, pay-per-view. This is PPV, pay-per-view. On the back, there's nothing else just besides the giant picture and his autograph, because there's nobody else in the series. It's just an individual figure. And this side has the giant AEW logo. I've always really liked the AEW packaging. I feel like they're really unique and cool. But enough with the packaging and everything. Let's get this figure opened up and let's review the one and only Killswitch. Alright, so we have Killswitch out of the package. This figure comes with no accessories besides what's already on him. So let's go over this figure. There's a lot to go over because this figure is very detailed. So if you don't know, Killswitch is Luchasaurus. Obviously, he looks just like him, but he became like Christian Cage's bodyguard and became went from Luchasaurus to Killswitch. But now he's back to Luchasaurus because he just reunited with Jungle Boy or Jack Perry on Dynamite 2 weeks ago. So it's kind of outdated, but whatever. I've always found the whole character really cool. So his feet are like the bare feet that are covered. They're not really bare feet because they got scales and stuff. Like he wears these like things that cover his feet that like are supposed to look like, I don't know, like they look like his feet, but they're supposed to look like scaly and stuff. But then they got like black tape over it. Then he's got these crazy pants on that still have the same tassels as like Luchasaurus. And he's got the knee pads, but he's got all this like red outlining of like these like stakes with like silver lining all going through there, like diamonds and like, I don't know, like making different shapes. Same thing on this side. And then the side has the same thing. I don't know what this logo is supposed to be. I guess it's just the Killswitch logo of like these two stakes coming down together that are connected with a bunch of different like designs in there. And then he's got this piece that you can take the torso apart. It comes right off. So you can just look at this right here itself. This goes around his waist. It's just like this giant belt piece that comes down. It's kind of like a Viking thing. I don't know. But it's you got two giant like weight belts pretty much. They are connected to the front. Red in the back. Black trim. So black lining come down with different texture and everything. And then the front, it comes down this like shape here. And it's there's an actual texture there of the different scalings and everything. And then without it, that's what the figure looks like without it. That's his torso and everything. But you just put this right back there, or you can slide it back on the stomach there and pop that right back on. So then we move up. I don't know how you're supposed to remove this. I don't think this shoulder piece is actually removable. I'm not seeing a spot where you can, hold on. There you go. So you can pop it there. I don't know how else you're supposed to get it from there off. Wait, this might be another spot. Looks like, yep, there you go. So right here and there is where you pop the shoulder piece, and you're gonna have to do the same thing, slide it off. So I'm just gonna keep it like this so we can look at his tattoos. So Killswitch or Luchasaurus is full of tattoos, his chest, and I always feel like Jazzwares does a great job. Mattel does a great job in like details of like the shapes and everything of the tattoos, but I feel like Jazzwares is the best with the colors, because I feel like Jazzwares sometimes messes up colors. But Luchasaurus has crazy tattoos all over his chest, going up his trap, and then into his back. Look at all these freaking crazy tattoos, the colors and everything. That kind of looks like a Jeff Hardy logo. But like got tree branches, roses, all sorts of different colors coming through his arm and his back, wrapping around back onto his arm and his chest. Absolutely insanely detailed tattoos. Also, he's got a giant torso, probably the biggest torso for Jazzwares figures. And then he's got double jointed arms, The hands also got tattoos, which is opened. And he's got like this black forearm guard with some strings that go across on both sides, but this side actually has black hand tape. This side does not. And then I'm gonna put back on this piece. So I have the giant shoulder pad thing back on now. So you got a black, just like it's this one singular shoulder pad thing. So you got red and black here. It comes across the black lining, red button there. On the back you got the red piece again. But this giant shoulder piece is insane. So we got like levels of the different shielding. That's red and black, so it's mainly black red outline. And then we have these giant spikes that are actually pretty sharp. They come across down here, here, and here. We got 3 different levels of spikes. Actually, there's a 4th level here, but these look absolutely insane and gnarly. I love the first Killswitch figure, the black and silver one, but this red one might be even cooler. The shoulder pad thing's so freaking cool. Then you move on to the head. It's the same head that you've been using since the first Luchasaurus figure, I think. Actually, no. The first Luchasaurus figure had his tongue out, and then the Killswitch figure, this is the same head as the first Killswitch. So you had like the red mask, red and black, and you have his eyes that are painted black in there. Black beard, you can see his ears, and then the dark hair that comes down, and you got the different lines for the mask. The hair comes straight down on the side, and you got a braid here as well. But this figure looks absolutely awesome. I'm gonna compare him to the first Killswitch figure and the Luchasaurus figure. Alright, so here's all the Luchasaurus / Killswitch figures. So this is the first ever figure. Definitely an upgrade on the coloring for the tattoos for his chest. I mean, look how brutal this looks. I'm like, it doesn't look super great. They look way better on these ones. The colors just are super faded for the Luchasaurus figure. But overall, it's pretty much the same build, just different colorings and everything. But different head scan, obviously. And then the Killswitch figure, the first one, very similar, just his belt says Killswitch actually, and just different coloring. But there it is, the first Killswitch figure in Luchasaurus compared, oh boy, we got figures falling, compared to the new Killswitch figure. All 3 of these figures are very cool and very unique. They're very highly detailed figures. Like them a lot. If you're an AEW fan, I highly recommend getting a Killswitch figure. This new one's an awesome one, and I guarantee it to be easy to find at Targets because it's a Target exclusive, so they're going to stock a lot of them. If you're just a Killswitch fan or a Luchasaurus fan, I would recommend getting it because it's just really cool. And if you just like getting unique, cool wrestling figures, this is definitely a unique one because his character, in my opinion, is super unique and cool. I've always found the character cool, and especially as figure form, it's super toyetic and everything. Highly recommend it. But this is JRW. Make sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned for more figure content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.